you ever stayed in a hostel room that doesn't exist on paper? Because I did. And sometimes I still hear knocking from it. When I first moved into Black Ridge Hostel, I wasn't looking for trouble. I was a transfer student. New city, new campus, new life. The hostel stood on the edge of a small college town, a 4-story brick building that looked older than anything around it. The paint had peeled into flakes, and every corridor smelled faintly of iron and dust, like rain that never dried. The caretaker, Mr. Roth, handed me an old brass key with a tag that said 103. He didn't speak much, just stared for a second too long before saying, "Top of the stairs, first on the left." At first, I thought he was just tired, maybe unfriendly. But something in his pause felt off. I brushed it aside. New place, new anxiety. Room 103 was smaller than I expected. 2 beds, 1 rusted heater, a window facing the backwoods. There was another bed, already taken, sheets wrinkled, a duffel bag half open, and a faint smell of cigarettes. My roommate wasn't there. That night, I unpacked slowly. The walls were covered with old pinholes, like someone had ripped away pictures long ago. The light flickered once every few minutes, making the shadows stretch unnaturally long. But I was exhausted, so I ignored it. When I finally lay down, I heard a faint knock. Not from the door, from inside the wall, behind my bed. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. I froze, eyes wide open, heart hammering. Then, silence. I told myself it was plumbing, maybe rats. Every old building has its noises, right? Next morning, my roommate showed up. A tall guy with messy hair. Name tag said Evan. He looked half awake, half gone, like he hadn't slept in days. "You're in 103 too?" he asked quietly. When I nodded, he just muttered, "Don't keep the light off." Ever I laughed awkwardly, thought he was joking. He didn't laugh back. The next few nights were strange. Sometimes I'd wake up around 3 a.m., feeling like someone was standing near the bed. The air would grow heavy, like the whole room was holding its breath. Once, I even saw the reflection of someone in the window, standing right beside me. But when I turned, there was no one there. One evening, while Evan was out, I tried studying. The heater clicked twice, then went silent. And then I heard whispering, so faint I thought it was the wind. Except it was coming from the wall again, the same one behind my bed. I leaned close. It sounded like someone saying a name. A woman's name. "Lila." The next morning, I asked Mr. Roth about it. He was polishing keys at the front desk. When I said room 103, his hand froze midair. "Son," he whispered, "there's no 103. Not anymore." He pulled out an old ledger and showed me. The list skipped from 102 to 104. No 103, no record, no maintenance entry, nothing. But I had the key in my pocket. I'd been sleeping there for days. I went back up, half expecting the door to be gone. But it was still there, room 103, solid and silent. That night, Evan didn't return. His bed looked the same, but his duffel bag was gone. I called his name once, and the wall knocked back 3 times. After that, I couldn't sleep. I kept the light on like he'd told me. But around 4 a.m., it flickered. And for a split second, I saw someone standing near the door. A girl, pale, soaked. She looked straight at me and mouthed the word, "Help." Then the bulb burst, and everything went black. When the lights came back, The wall behind my bed had cracked open slightly, just enough for me to see something inside. A piece of fabric and a key tag, half burned, with the number 103 scratched into it. Next day, I tried to tell the warden, but he dismissed me. Said Evan never existed. Said there was no one checked into 103 for years. He even took me upstairs to show me. The door was sealed shut. Concrete where the wood should have been, like it had never existed. I moved out that evening. But sometimes, when I walk past the old building, I can still see a faint light glowing through where room 103 used to be. And if you listen closely, you'll hear 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Because some rooms never really close, and some people never really leave. Greater than, have you ever stayed in a hostel room that doesn't exist on paper? Because I did. And sometimes, I still hear knocking from it.